Hi guys, this is just a video again for one of the ChurchCom locations. This is Porthmadog. In the backdrop there you've got some lovely green wooded environment. You can probably see down there past the traffic lights you've got a railway crossing line. So Porthmadog is on a very famous railway line. You've got on the left there a Tesco supermarket, couple of other buildings and a police station on the left out of view, so obviously we don't want to upset anyone as we do that. Now we're going to pan it round to the right and we're going to talk through what we want on this video. So we're panning round, a couple of old buildings, job centre there, and now we're going to walk down the Porthmadog High Street on a very rainy, wet, miserable day, but this is the day the Lord has made, so we shall rejoice and be glad in it. And we'll just give you a quick potted view of Porthmadog and why we want you to be praying for all the churches, all the involvement in Porthmadog, all the businesses in Porthmadog on the backdrop of COVID restrictions. You know, obviously the shops are back open, and you know, it's hard times for businesses to be making money. So we're going to cross the road and I'm just talking you through this now. So as we cross this road, I'm just going to do a quick 360. There we've got a view on the of the church there. Again, we're not promoting any particular church. Lovely backdrop of mountains and hills there, but we've got a Church of England church, I think it is. And it's all about just working collaboratively with all of these churches for ChurchCom. And here you can see some side streets there. We're now turning down into the main drag. So the purpose of this video, Porthmadog is a ChurchCom munity location. We want you to be praying for the people of Porthmadog as I cross the road. We want you to be praying for all those people that are businesses in Porthmadog, people that are looking for work, people that are, you know, struggling to get by at this time, people suffering with emotional, mental, physical and of course spiritual hardship. And we just want you to hold them all in prayer. We want you to think of all the, there's a lovely little side street as I pan round. We want you to think of all the all those people that need a touch of God, and of course that's roughly about 90% of the United Kingdom population. So we want you to hold them in prayer, and we want to see blessings upon this high street. We want to see blessings upon North Wales, the country that was deemed as God's country, the land of revivals. We want to see revival again in this place as we work with all the churches that profess Jesus Christ as Lord and Saviour and hold to the Evangelical Alliance statement of faith. All those churches that abide to that are the ones that we work with and are very welcome to get alongside us. We work with all churches and all Christians and people of other faiths and no faith, but of course we pledge allegiance to those that can work alongside those understandings of what the Bible teaches. So we're Bible believing Christians, and we want you to pray for the schools, the nurseries, the colleges, any students that would be around about, care homes, hospitals, you know, the architecture of this place. I'll just pan round in a second and you can just see it all in full swing. So here I'm going to pan round to my left. There you've got a lovely traditional building with lovely architecture, and that of course is a building that's currently, I think, out of use, an old chapel, an old church. So we want to see these places come back into use. Just walking past now a business, I wouldn't usually give a shout out, but it is a Christian business, the Big Rock Cafe. I'll be going there later for some to support them and to enjoy their take on things. I'm just going to pan round to the right, and you can probably see on the hill there's a church there, an old Catholic church. Not sure whether that's still in use, but we'll be checking that out, and another side street. And of course, we want to engage with all the churches as possible. And then we're panning around. You can see the architecture as we carry on down the high street. Some lovely old buildings in Porthmadog, and I'll put some links to some of the history and the significance of these buildings. I apologise for the noise of the traffic, possibly the noise of the howling wind, and the steadiness of the camera. I will be looking to invest in some sort of selfie stick if I do more of these things. And we're just going to walk past now, which is a good day to record the facilities of the place. A lovely open area and playground area. So obviously I wouldn't usually film that on a day where there might be children playing with their families, but today obviously not such an issue. And we're just continuing to walk down. So as we do, as I remind you, this is a prayer point video. It's to pray for all these businesses that we see, all the workers that work here. Pray a blessing on their families, their households, their communities, and this place. A lot of investment and a lot of influx of cash comes into this, because we're going to walk down to the railway station, and it's bordering on, I think, Porthmadog, where there's a lot of affluence comes in via yachts and boats, and it's on a lovely historic train line as well. So we'll just do that, we'll pan that, and we'll be drawing this to a close in the next few minutes. These videos are slightly longer because we wanted you to actually focus and pray around all these things. And you can see people going about their daily business. You know, how many of these people are actually churched? The churches in Porthmadog seem to be struggling on the surface. There's a couple of neighbouring towns that are looking to church plant in Porthmadog, and the buildings are here, the facilities are here, but are the evangelists, the pastors, the prophets, the preachers, the teachers, are all these ingredients of the fivefold ministry actually prevalent and apparent in here? So we're just continuing to walk down the high street. You can see certain high street names, and we're, as I say, coming to a close, but I'll do a 360 and show you exactly where we are. And I'm just about to pan in a second as we're coming to, I don't mind giving a shout out to this, the Porthmadog and Welsh Highland Railways, but I'm just now going to do a quick 360. So there's a train track with no admittance, and it's still very active with the Porthmadog Railway. Then we're just going to do a 360 of this lovely vista on a wonderful day, a clear day. You know, what a wonderful, spectacular stretch of river flowing through. I think it's a river, we'll have to check that. And then that sort of forms the end of the high street, and then, as I say, Porthmadog Mountain Highland Welsh Railway. And as we pan round, going out towards the sea is part of the docking bay and the port and the harbour of Porthmadog, and then some new buildings of community facilities and craft Wales, all the things that they're trying to buy local, sell local, and produce and promote local businesses. So keep those prayers coming, and pray for every young person, all up to the age, you know, shall we say, from the age of 0, cradle to grave, 0 to 100 plus. There's not many more people that are 100 plus, but if they are, hold them in your prayers as well. Obviously we don't exclude anyone, and just pray God's blessing and God's hand to move on their life and change them radically So prayer blessings for Porthmadog, for church community. Feel free to check out the other videos and jump on board, comment, like and subscribe. Sorry for the length of the video, it is 10 minutes, but it's just giving you a taster, a feel of you walking up this high street, and as you're walking up, you're claiming every footfall. Well, we are claiming every footfall for Jesus, and you can do the same from the comfort of your own homes with a lovely coffee in your hand and really get a sense for what's going on in the beating heart of Porthmadog, North Wales. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Take care, God bless, bye.